Right. Hello, everyone. Uh, well, this is I'm gonna call it clouds yelling because I'm an old man that's yelling at clouds. That's a terrible way to start. Whatever. Okay, let's see what's in the news today. James Cameron's Avatar: Fire and Ash first reactions. Right. Third installment in the multi-billion-dollar Avatar film series opens in theaters December 19th. So just before Christmas, by Abed Rahman. All right. Avatar Fire and Ash has its first few screenings for press on Monday, and the early reaction suggests James Cameron can celebrate yet another billion-dollar box office mega hit. That's going to be forgotten about next week. While official critics reviews for Fire and while official critics review, I think it should be like official critic review is I think what they mean, or critics review. Official critic reviews for Fire and Ash are embargoed until closer to the film's December 19th release date. 20th Century Studios allowed press to release social media reactions to screenings this week. Well, how nice of them. So usually when there's an embargo, that doesn't really bode well. Or sometimes it does. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. The third installment in Cameron's groundbreaking Avatar series sees the action return to Pandora after the events of 2022's Avatar: The Way of Water, and introduces the Ash People, fire-themed Navi clan. Fire and Ash stars Avatar regulars Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, Stephen Lang, he was the villain, Sigourney Weaver, Joe David Moore, I have no idea who that is, CCH Pounder, okay, and Giovanni Ribisi. Huh. He was the guy, was he the guy from the first film? The corporate guy, I think? Yeah. The Way of Water, Kate Winslet and Cliff Curtis reprise their roles, right? Major new additions to the cast are Una Chaplin, who plays Varang, the Navi leader of the volcano-dwelling Manghuan clan, and David Thewlis, who plays Pilak, the Navi leader of the Wind Traders. Given the Cameron's pedigree, given the Cameron's pedigree and Avatar's unique place in pop culture, Fire and Ash box office prospects look good, but the film will still need to perform heroics to keep up with the hauls of the first two chapters of 2009's Avatar, the film that ushered in the 3D film craze, which is also forgotten about. Made over 2.9 billion at the global box office, not adjusted for inflation. I guess it's like $1.50 now. Economy joke. The film still holds the title of the highest grossing movie in history. To 2022's The Way of Water scored an incredible 2.3 billion worldwide, a figure all the more remarkable as the theatrical industry was still reeling from the post-COVID slump. And yeah, the third film in the sets to be followed by Avatar 4 in 2029 and Avatar 5 in 2031. Well, at least it's not going to be like 15 years between the two. Yeah, I don't know. Suppose I'm not really that excited for Avatar. Well, I don't know. I like the first one well enough, but I mean, the second one was, I guess, just the exact same story again, only they added kids into it. Um, Yeah, so I'm just gonna assume that this is going to be like the same story again, where the hero team has to, I guess, flee the bad guys, and then the bad guys follow them to the fire world, to the fire level, and then they have to fight all the humans again. And there's some mysterious substance that they have there that the humans want. So whatever happened to the obtainium? So I noticed that in the second movie, like they kind of dropped the whole unobtainium thing and just went with some kind of immortality juice that these space whales had in their brains. These super intelligent space whales that needed to learn how to kill again. That was a weird movie. Oh, and yeah, the Sigourney Weaver avatar, I guess, is like the gonna be the messiah of the planet or something. That's what they were hinting at in the second movie with that whole, what was it? No, it was seizures, wasn't she? So and how? Or no, so they're going. She's going to overcome the the or oh no, it's going to be the seizures are actually some magic, planet magic or something, and it's the human technology is just wrong. Its nature is the correct one. Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's too bad that, well, not what am I trying to say? I think it would maybe be better if they maybe if James Cameron maybe did a series instead of movies. I think that might work better out for this kind of story, and they doesn't have to keep rehashing the same story over and over again. Like if he can get some like writers in there to, uh, like they could, maybe they should be focusing on like this whole needing to colonize this planet that the last movie was inferring, because Earth is dying because of the pollution made by man. The evil humans destroyed their planet. Now they have to destroy this new planet. Yeah, yeah. That's. I think that's kind of the trying not tragedy is the right word, but the misstep. I think this is though Jimmy's misstep for the whole this series that maybe he should be focusing more on maybe the intricacies of colonization of another planet and how it affects like the native population, and like give it like a whole sci-fi treatment of like no right or wrong. There's just uh or like there's like just a discussion of what am I trying to say? Maybe like some sort of showing, like not this good versus evil story that everybody wants to tell nowadays. Like it's maybe dig deeper in this. That's, yeah, that's what I would like to see. But I don't know. So yeah, it's, yeah, I'm sure it's gonna make 1 billion or 2 billion and vanish the next week. Or not vanish. People will forget about the next week. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Avatar, Book of Fire, or Ash and Fire and what is that? That whole. And I also noticed that they had like the elemental themes. Like the first one was with the flying mountains and the dragon creatures. Like that would be like the sort of the air elemental. Then they had like the water element for the second movie. Now we have a fire element. What's the third movie, or no, fourth movie going to be? Is that going to be Earth or planet rocks? what do you say? What do you call dirt on another planet? Because usually you call dirt Earth, but if you're not on Earth, can you call it Earth or other planet Earth or something like that? Ah, whatever. The fifth movie. What's the fifth movie gonna be? Like, what's after Earth? Heart. Heart is after Earth. Or maybe in the fifth one, they're gonna learn how to live with the humans or something, or the humans live with them. Or the humans cast away their evil technology and go back to nature or something, or they get genocided by the Navi. Probably. Yeah, it's because humans bad. Ugh. All right. Okay, so yeah. When's it out? Avatar 3, December 19th, 2025. Good. So there we go. So what else is in the news today? Oh yeah. This. I'll talk about disappointment. Star Trek Starfleet Academy drops official first look teaser trailer. Yeah, I saw bits of it, but I didn't really feel inclined to watch the whole thing because I don't know, it's just more Kurtzman Trek, more how do I put it? Less interesting Trek, the less brave Star Trek. I think that's a good way of putting it. Like, all of the Kurtzman stuff is far, far less brave than what it used to be. I mean, I guess with like Next Generation and Deep Space Nine, and I guess a bit of Voyager, they were kind of like, they took a few risks with a few episodes. I guess everything after that, it just went sort of downhill. In storytelling means, or terms of storytelling. That's too bad. Yeah, I think, or Enterprise, I think, was like the least brave of the whole old Trek stuff. Because like you could say like one or two episodes of Voyager may have been like trying something at least, but like it's for the most part of Voyager, like they were just formula by the book, sort of everything you expect, or no, how do I put it? Not what you expect. Not from Trek. Like homogenized for the time. Like it was doing everything every other series was doing to try to grab ratings. I guess less. Less. What would be a good word? Come on, brain. Less interesting story. Well, but whatever. It's wasn't as good as the first three. But Enterprise kind of just fell off the whole planet. So what do I mean by that? It just fell off, except for I think maybe the third season where they tried something with like the 9/11 storyline, which was interesting in some parts at least. But the whole Kurtzman Trek stuff, like that, is just a whole waste. It was just that I can say is the least brave and the most homogenized, the most trying to be hip with the kids today kind of Star Trek, and this is just more of it, with like Star Trek Discovery and Brave New Worlds, and now Starfleet Academy. Oh, and the cartoon. What was the cartoon? The Rick and Morty Star Trek. What was that? What was it called? What was it called? Lower Decks. Yeah, kind of unfortunate what happened with that one, because had an interesting premise of like focusing on the lesser known positions. Yeah. But anyway, and yeah, it looks like this is just going to be more of the same. Where's the promo? What is all the character? Where's that promo? That's that weird looking promo that looks like they were all they were hanging around like outside the school on the grass, like the cool kids of the college who don't play by the rules. They all lay on that grass. Let me see if I can find it. Star Trek Discovery. Star Trek Academy there. Where's that promo? It's really weird. Where is it? Eh, I can spell. Shut up. Wait, they didn't get rid of it, did they? They wised up to how it looked. Where is it? Well, I can't find it now anyway. Well, whatever. Yeah, Star Trek Academy. Where is it? What is this? Star Trek Academy drops off control trailer. Paramount Plus today released an electrifying first look at the teaser trailer for its new original series, Star Trek Starfleet Academy. The series is set to premiere on the service in early 2026 as a kickoff to the year's Star Trek 60th anniversary celebration. The highly anticipated first look. Highly anticipated. I don't know about highly anticipated. Highly dreaded, maybe. Anticipated first look teaser features the series' main campus in San Francisco, plus the main starship. They have a starship? This is going to be in the Academy. Or are they going to be like... It's going to be like it's the what do you call it? Like a practical learning course or something where they have to be in a starship. Yeah, whatever. San Francisco... And campus San Francisco plus main starship and integral part of the Starfleet Academy campus, the USS Athena. In addition to new details about the Starfleet Academy characters we revealed. That's the end of sentence. Okay. Academy Award winner Holly Hunter as Nala Akini, the Chancellor of Starfleet Academy and Captain of USS Athena, who also happens to be a long-lived half-Lethanite. I don't think I've heard of this species. Or is that a new Trek species? I guess these are all the people in it, and whatever. They're all going to be like the angry teens with something to prove type characters, aren't they? Let's see, who's this guy? This is Caleb Meir. She's a human. Focus undeclared. Oh, he has no focus. Santa Rosa is Caleb Meir, an orphan with a troubled past. Yeah, there you go. An unlucky Starfleet cadet. They're all going to be like, I'm gonna call this now. It's the show is going to be like half present day, half in the past kind of stuff, where they're all going to like. It's going to be like a bit in the academy. Then they're going to do like flashbacks to like their angsty childhood or their tragic pasts, which they all have. And oh, a Klingon guy. How original. A Klingon. Jaden Craig. Species. No focus. You're just a Klingon cadet who dreams of becoming a medical officer. Get it? Because Klingons are like violent, so if they want to be medics, they're like that's like a wimpy Klingon. Take that, society. Sam. Just Sam? Species case Queen. Right? Curious book series claimed Mill aka Sam. Mill aka Sam. What? Why are you calling it? Why are you calling her Sam if the name is Mill? Like that doesn't. Those don't really like mesh together. First of her kind to ever attend Starfleet Academy. That's it. Okay. Who's this? Excuse me. Remy. Species Kohonian. What is a Kionian? I don't think we, or I think this is a new Trek species. Yeah. George Hawkins is Durham Ramey, an aspiring captain from a wealthy homeworld. Ah, so he's gonna be the jerky guy. Yeah, he's gonna be the bottom of every joke guy. Yeah. Because he's wealthy. Genesis Leith. These all sound like fan fiction names. Like the, I'll just say like kids trying to come up with their original characters in Star Trek. My name is Genesis Leith. From Sydney, Darshaw is the species. Again, I think that's a Kurtzman species. Bella Shepherd, Genesis Leith, an admiral's daughter determined to make her own name a Starfleet. Yeah. They're all just like angsty teenagers. I assume it's going to be written by angsty teenagers. So, not really expecting much out of this. I haven't expected much out of the new Trek. Like, I did give Discovery a chance, but it kind of... It no, it sort of self-destructed itself. Yeah. That's a phrase that makes sense. Anyway. Plus Zoe Stenner, Traversha, Betazoid, daughter, president of Bisbee. Oh, Robert Picardo. Oh yeah, I'm right. He was in the train. I forgot about that. Rising his iconic role as the Doctor. Really? When is this set? So wait, when's this supposed to be set? Because yeah, taking Tower, Rising Earl's Jet, and everything. Yes, those were from in the past. Or no, or didn't they go to the future? Yeah, wait, yeah, because like the Discovery, because there's like Discovery crew people on the show, but they're supposed to be from the past and the future, because like they used to be in the past, and then they went to the far future. So, although I guess the Doctor could still be there in the far future. So maybe this does take place like 1,000 years in the future. Because he's a hologram, he can live for 1,000 years. Huh. Lefferner reprising his role as Admiral Vance. I don't know who that is. Current guest star Zipper Dipper lurked at the Klingon. Oh, Klingon Jabadar hybrid to his yeah. Because we gotta break the canyon. See, like that. That's what I'm talking. That's what I mean. Like, what is it? The teenagers fan fiction OC character is a Klingon Jem'Hadar hybrid. See, because it's like the Jem'Hadar, they don't reproduce at all, and they are clones. You see, and they only come out as male and they can't reproduce. But in the fan fiction, they can. Yeah. And yeah. I don't even want to read any more of this. Yeah, so more Kurtzman Trek. Although I heard Kurtzman, he's gonna get fired, or his contract is not gonna be renewed. Oh, I don't know. Because whoever they're gonna replace him with, I don't know if they're gonna be any better. Nah, I think the old Trek is long gone. Ah, well. Stupid clouds. Blech. Anyway, here we go. Next one. Okay, this one. I was super excited for, and then not excited at all. because this one sort of took me on like a emotional roller coaster. Or I don't know if roller coaster is the right word, because it like there was an up and then a down, but there was no up again. So I don't know what just goes up and then comes down again, and then stays down. A broken elevator. Yeah, this is like a broken elevator of emotion. Total War Medieval 3 announced, described as the ultimate what if game. Hmm. The sequel has been announced 19 years after its predecessor by Eddie Makuch. Really, Makuch? Yeah. Creative Assembly and Sega have announced the next Total War game, Total War Medieval 3. Game director Paul Wojs says in a blog post that the team is announcing the game early in its development cycle because it wants to speak transparently with fans about the game as it's being made. So this is going to be several years away. So this is just an announcement. They're just telling you that they're starting to work on it. They're just they're thinking about maybe making it, but they haven't actually started it. So yeah, it's gonna be like 8 years and $500,000, or no, what was it like 8 years and no $800 million, and then it's gonna be a huge flop because that's kind of how it goes nowadays. Our goal is to talk to you more about what we're working on and why we're doing it. It's a very new way for us to communicate about these early phases of game development, but we're excited to take you on a journey, he said. What do you mean, new way? So you weren't communicating game development before? Or is the new way announcing things you're thinking about doing? Yeah, the trailer is just nothing, just a guy in a room talking about how he's going to conquer the world. There's nothing special, really. Wojo said fans can look forward to new updates about once a quarter, at least. The last entry in the series, Medieval 2 Total War, was released all the way back in 2006, and it's still a great game to this day. But what is Medieval 3 all about? Wojo said the game aims to be the ultimate what if game here, where you can alter the course of history. Well, they all are. All historical strategy games are that. What do you mean? What if? Like, could you like, I don't know. Can you like build robots or something, or I don't know. Just what I mean? What if like what if like a meteor hits the Earth, or what if the dinosaurs come back, and you have to you can have like dinosaur knights who are like riding on dinosaurs, and the armored dinosaurs. Oh, that'd be cool. Why don't they make that game? How can they make that kind of game where you're like riding dinosaurs in like medieval times? That'd be really cool. That would be unique. Uh, where am I? Anderson, we aim to set the scene by immersing you in the historical authenticity you expect from Total War. I don't really expect historical authenticity. I expect fun and good gameplay. That's what I expect. History is, you don't need to be 100% accurate to history. It's like as long as it's good enough accuracy. Just give me the cool stuff. Like maybe oh the Polish didn't have this type of weapon back then or something, but whatever. Just but it's a cool. It's like the guys with the maces, or where are they the broken maces unit. Just they're cool. Just let me have them. Or the English knights. They weren't really like that, but I don't care. Make it as long as they're cool. This is a what if game. Yeah. As you As you play, the world responds in ways that feel genuinely plausible. You can choose to follow the course as written in history books or take a bold step towards rewriting it, he said. Uh, okay. The developer went on to say it will have more to show and discuss over time, and that the studio will give you a voice to shape certain decisions. Well, I expected so, because that's what all games should do. You're not like following an on rails thing. This is supposed to be like a fun medieval themed strategy game. I don't see what they're doing any different here than what other games have done before. But game development is challenging. We're only going to be able to discuss certain areas where we are confident they're ready to be shown. Through this, we hope to provide more insight than ever before into the development of a Total War title. I don't really care, but whatever. We're going to make some mistakes. Well, maybe don't make mistakes or fix them before you release, which is whatever. I'll say that for later. But we're excited to make this journey with you, he explained. He went on to say that Creative Assembly wanted to make Medieval 3 for a very long time, in quotations, already. And the studio made attempts to bring it to life in the past, but we never felt we could truly do it justice. Somehow I don't believe you. I don't know. If there's no way the studio would not make another like a medieval 3, because the first two made so much money. There's no way they're not going to make a medieval 3, unless of course what they brought to them was just garbage, which I guess is sort of a guess I kind of answered my own question then. Okay, it's happening now, some 19 years after the last game, 2006 Medieval 2 Total War, for a variety of reasons, including the fact that Creative Assembly is using an updated version of its War Core engine that is more powerful and feature-rich. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Creative Assembly also waited until it could find the right people to make Medieval 3. Okay, that I believe. Because I think everybody who was involved in making like Medieval 2 is now gone. Like the Creative Assembly they have there now is not the Creative Assembly they had back then. So yeah, I can believe like they don't have the right people. I don't think they have the right people now. It's just going by how all the AAA studios nowadays they seem to lack the quality they used to have, and yeah, which yeah, I don't think they made a good Total War game since maybe Shogun 2, or what was the last? Let's see, what was the last game before Rome 2, where it really kind of tripped over itself? Was that Shogun 2? I think. Yeah, I think so. It's like even Empire Total War. I know it wasn't the most well received, but it's fairly decent. It's pretty decent. It is playable. It's enjoyable. It has the naval battles, which are pretty good, but yeah, no, they kind of messed up the whole mechanics of the Total War series from Rome 2 onwards. You can't do like a proper siege anymore. Like you can't really you can't really besiege a city. Like you can attack it the first turn, and also you can't garrison a city. You have to use like units they will allow you to have. Like you can't build armies anymore. Like you only have like a few generals that can create armies, and you move those guys around the map. You can't create like can't create armies, like you can't build garrisons inside the city anymore, which is kind of takes away from the whole strategy, I think. But yeah. What else? Wojos went on to, or Woj went on to say people should expect some bumps and bruises in the process of talking to fans about Medieval 3, in part because the studio has never discussed an upcoming game with fans so early in the process. So please bear with us whilst we find our rhythm, he said. So why do this then? I don't really see a point to this. I don't know why you need to talk to the fans while making your game, because I don't think you're going to listen to them anyway. They tell you to do something or not do something, or they tell you to bring back the siege mechanics, the old siege mechanics. Bring back. You know what? If they maybe they take the strategy map, the mechanics from the strategy map, and from Medieval 2, and the battle mechanics from Rome 1. If they do that, that would be a pretty good game, I think. So I would say that Medieval 2 was near perfect. Near perfect. Like, it did have those reworked battle mechanics from Rome 1 that didn't really work as well. Like, they worked okay, but not as it didn't work as good. It wasn't as fun with Rome 1, or what am I saying? Like, the mechanics I think were done much better in Rome 1. So if they maybe like applied that to the Medieval 3, the map or the strategy map mechanics, and just like improve it a bit. Can they even do that? Because, like I said, the creative assembly team that made Medieval 2 are gone now. So what does that mean for like what am I trying to say? The program, or like the mechanics? Like, is there like some legal reason that they can't just do the same mechanics? Because like the old engineers, I don't know how that whole thing works. Like, I don't know if you can like patent the type of mechanic, or I don't know. It's just I just wish they made games how they used to, like fun and enjoyable, which is kind of the two words that mean the same thing. But well, anyway. Oh, what's this? Truly special new Total War game will be revealed at the Game Awards. Huh? This is a project long in the making that will mark a revolutionary new chapter for the Total War franchise. Huh? Oh, they're making a new Total War game. What's this? Developer Creative Assembly has announced it's working on a truly special Total War game that represents one of the developer's most ambitious titles ever, and it will be revealed at the Game Awards soon. Yeah. It's a project long in the making and will make a revolutionary new chapter in the Total War franchise. Also, they're working on like a completely new game. Like, I don't think that's Medieval 3 that I'm talking about. Or is what? Yeah, December 5th. This is December 4th. Oh, so yeah, they're not talking about Medieval 3. So I wonder what that's going to be. Hope it's not going to be just more Warhammer. Those the games weren't that great. Well, I'm sure the people who played, if that was like their first entry to the Total War series, I'm sure they would enjoy it. But I think this is it's like a you don't know how good it was. Like, you didn't start at the beginning, so you don't know how good it was. So you think the thing you're getting now is good. I think that's how I would characterize the Warhammer Total War series. Okay. There we go. So yeah, look forward to that. Medieval 3. Oh. Like what I meant by emotional broken elevator is that the very because when I was looking through Steam and the news popped up, I saw the headline, the new Medieval 3 Total War announced. I was like, what? Yeah, because I love the Total War series. But then I immediately realized, no, it's current day Creative Assembly is going to be making it, and I was like, oh, because we don't make good games anymore. And and the microtransactions, it's going to be filled with microtransactions. You're gonna the Crusades are going to be a DLC. I'm sure the play you can play as the Pope DLC, or like England's going to be a DLC or something. Poland will be a DLC. Knights will be a DLC. If you want to play with medieval knights, you need to cough up another $20. Or $20, yeah, no. That's more like 30 or $40 nowadays. And the prices of the microtransactions have really gone up too, haven't you noticed? Anyway, it's yeah, there's that. Well, oh, here's something good or bad depending how you look on it. The Skyblivion mod for Skyrim, it's been pushed back another year until, well, they say like early 2026. Yeah. Skyrim overhaul mod Skyblivion has been 13 years in the making. Wow, really? Huh. Well, I mean, yeah, like it's not being done by a studio or anything. It's just like people in their off time volunteering their work. So I guess, yeah, I guess they have an excuse to take a long time, and they're doing it for no money. So yeah, they get an excuse. Skyblivion has been 13 years in the making, and the last update confirms that the wait isn't over yet, it's as its name would suggest. Skyblivion reconstructs Oblivion with Skyrim's engine. Yeah, so yeah, I'm interested in that. Uh, a massive undertaking meant to upgrade the game with better graphics and various improvements. Bethesda's surprise release of Oblivion Remastered ended up beating it to the punch, and the project could still have a lot to offer. Yeah. So this I'm kind of excited for because I saw the that trailer that or well, not the trailer, the announcement of the delay, and it was showing off everything they were worked on so far. And I know we just had the Oblivion remake from, well, I guess Bethesda released it, but wasn't made by Bethesda. And yeah, that's which I like that too, but it is still just Oblivion with a better skin, which I'm not, well, not complaining, which I'm okay with because I still really love Oblivion. But I also like there are a lot of mechanics of Skyrim that I like that was missing while playing Oblivion, like the whole crafting and the magic system. I thought the magic system was done better in Skyrim. So getting to like using the Skyrim and crafting. So I hope they keep the crafting in this mod. If I can, if we can keep that in the mod, like that would be awesome. Awesome to have like the Skyrim mechanics mixed with the Oblivion game. Always a chance Skyblivion could suffer further delays, but it doesn't seem like the project is finally nearing. It does seem like the project is finally nearing completion. It's an incredible, impressive undertaking, and it doesn't seem to have been rendered obsolete by Oblivion Remastered. Yeah. The changes made in Skyblivion are more substantial, and the art style arguably remains more evocative than Oblivion Remastered's Unreal Engine 5 sheen. That yeah, I think that I might. I guess. Well, no, I don't know. I think the Unreal Engine 5 looks better, like graphically, like with the environments. Like the environments looks much better in the Unreal 5. Like the rocks actually look like rocks, which I appreciate very much. The trees look like trees, grass looks like grass, and all that. Dirt looks like dirt. Uh, isn't to say that like Skyrim looks bad or anything. It's just not as good. But I'm still, again, because in that I don't want to say the trailer or announcement video, like they were showing off how they were not only recreating but expanding on it on Oblivion, which that part I'm excited for. I really hope they can get that done, and I really hope it doesn't get what's the word? Not I hope it doesn't get stepped on by Bethesda or I don't know. I hope it can come through. So it seems like Bethesda is letting them make cease and desist. That's what I meant to say. I hope it doesn't get a cease and desist. But it looks like Bethesda seems to be okay with it. So that's good. I'm hopeful for it because it looks really good. And I want it. So yeah, there we go. And okay, what else is in the news today? Oh yeah, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, cast, plot, and release reveal. All right. So yeah, Christopher Nolan's making an Odyssey adaptation. Um, yeah. Okay. Good for you, I guess. All right. I mean, okay. I don't know. I don't think anybody was calling for it or asking for it, but I'm sure no one will object to it. I mean, I don't like. I don't really care. Like the Odyssey is not really like. I don't think one of those super. What am I trying to say here? It is almost well known, but I don't know if it's like. What am I talking about? No, it's just Christopher Nolan. Like people will see a Christopher Nolan movie. I'm sure. I think like this Odyssey movie is probably going to be make like $1 billion because $1 billion just because it's Christopher Nolan and Odyssey. Like I don't think people will. I don't think people will be going to the theater because of the Odyssey. I think they'll go to the theater because of Christopher Nolan. Did he do Oppenheimer? Yeah, like he did a movie about some scientist guy that did a thing and it made $1 billion. Which I don't think like a biopic. I don't think if it was done by anyone else, it would have been as successful. Anyway, the anticipation for Christopher Nolan, the Odyssey movie, continues to rise as the film approaches its highly awaited premiere, set for July 17th, 2026. Alright, that's not too far away, I guess. But that's next summer. Exclusively in theaters worldwide. With a large-scale IMAX release to be celebrated cast, with a large-scale IMAX release and a celebrated cast, the film promises a passionate retelling of Homer's ancient Greek epic, following the tumultuous homecoming of Odysseus after the Trojan War, which you know what? I'm sure there's going to be some Odyssey purists out there who are going to like pick apart this movie to no end. But like, I think that something like this, like the Odyssey, which is kind of story that's been told and retold so many times and changed and uh, like I think the story, like all the other stories that have been told, are much different from the original story anyway. That I don't think it's such a bad thing to try to do your own retelling of it. Like I think with something like this, you can maybe break with ancient Greek continuity, because like it's just you're starting like your own story of like this. This isn't going to be like a sequel to Troy from a 2008. Like this is going to be like its own thing. I think it's okay because like normally I don't really like it when like adaptations try to change too much of a story. Uh, but I think in this case, since it's such a very old and everybody's been doing it for ages, I don't know, I think it's okay to like do a your own retelling or your own, how would you put it, revision of this story, because like it's never going to be like the how do I call it? It's not going to be like the story everyone thinks of. What am I trying to say here? I don't know. It's like anybody can make their own story with this. Anybody can do their own retelling with this. Like it's not like Lord of the Rings, where they sort of butchered the whole history and continuity and all of that canon for Rings of Power. Like this doesn't really have, or it's been like long enough that it doesn't really matter to. Oh, it's not. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about this. This one's okay because, well, we don't even have like the original that was written by Homer. Like we don't even know what the original author's intent was anymore because it's been like changed so often and like told, retold, and translated into several other languages and back to other languages and so forth. So I don't think there's like any sort of official canon for this anymore. Uh, Star-studded ensemble brings myth to life. The Odyssey features a formidable collection of Hollywood A-listers, many reuniting with Nolan after acclaimed collaborations. Leading the cast, Matt Damon takes on the role of Odysseus. That's not Matt Damon. The legendary King of Ithaca, with Tom Holland. Oh, yeah, he played Spider-Man. Yeah, appearing as Telemachus. Odysseus' son. Anne Hathaway portrays Penelope, while Zendaya assumes the role of Athena. Really? Ah, the goddess of wisdom and war. Ah. I don't know. She's. I don't know. I'm kind of tired of Zendaya. Like she's in everything. She kind of plays the same character in everything too. Uh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting like Disney fatigue with all these like uh Disney kid actors who aged out of Disney and now they need to fend for themselves in the wilds of Hollywood. Some of them get like roles in uh, uh yeah, yeah. I'm tired of Zendaya. Let's give someone else a chance. Further adding depth to the cast, the movie features Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson. Oh, I know the guy who's the vampire guy, as Antinos, one of Penelope's insistent suitors. And Charlize Theron. But who's she going to be? Additional stars including John Bernthal. I know that name. Why don't I know? I know that. I can't put the face to it, but I know that name. As Melanius Benny Safdie, John Leguizamo as the name of something. John Leguizamo? Is he still really a star? Was he ever really a star in the first place? Yeah. Elliot Page, Himrish Patel, Bill Irwin, Samantha Miega, take apart lots of stars, lots of I don't know. These are a lot of old names in here. Who are the new stars? Like I know, like there's Zendaya and Timothy Chalamet and all that, but who else is like a new star? That's gonna like bring people to the theater. Yeah. If I explained to you the scale of what it was and how it happened, you wouldn't even believe me. It really was remarkable to see this period of time come to life the way that it did. It was amazing, okay? Well, alright. There you go. I guess good luck, Nolan, on your movie. I don't know. Am I excited for it? Nah, not really. I guess I'll see it. I'll do a review on it, but I don't know. I'm not really like I like the old Greek epics, but you know what? If they do like the like a 300 kind of treatment, where they really like play up the visuals and stuff, then yeah, maybe that can be enjoyable. Or I don't know if they said they're doing a retelling. Maybe I don't know. Maybe make it more dramatic or something. Whatever. I don't know. It's kind of just whatever for me. Like I'm not against it. I'm not for it. It's just there it is. Great. I'm sure it will make $1 billion. I'm sure everyone's gonna say how great it is. I'm sure it's gonna get picked apart by the historical purists, but yeah. Which is their right, you know. I don't think there's anything wrong with picking apart things. Like make your videos, and I kind of like that sometimes. You know, like the real history behind the Odyssey or things like that, or things that here's what the Odyssey got wrong about ancient Greek or things like that. I kind of like those. Anyway, there we go. Now, oh yeah, Netflix is buying Warner Brothers. Here's what it means for you. I mean, for me, what am I supposed to do? I didn't buy it. What is that? Well, you know what it means. It means Netflix prices are going to go up again. Means we're going to have they're going to make more Batman shows. Ah, yeah, I wonder if they'll make like a Batman TV show. You know what? If they make a Batman TV show in the same vein as their Daredevil show, that could be something. But they're probably not going to because Netflix doesn't really have a great track record with making good stuff. Anyway, here we go. Well, that's all, folks. Well, that's it. I just got here. No, that's what the pig says. Because it's Disney. Wait a minute, that's a Disney. No, Warner Brothers. What am I talking about? It's Warner Brothers. I know. I have too many cross wires in my head. Anyway, in a deal worth 72 billion. Wow. Imagine just having like 72 billion lying around you can just use to buy a whole company. Netflix announced Friday that it will be purchasing legendary Hollywood studio Warner Brothers, home of huge films and new and old such as Superman, Casablanca, and the Harry Potter franchise, as well as HBO, HBO Max, and a host of iconic TV shows, including Game of Thrones, The Sopranos, and The White Lotus. I never heard of that one. The deal comes at the end of a bidding war for Warner Brothers that included such media corporate giants as Paramount and Comcast, and will follow the separation of Warner Brother. Come on. Comcast and will follow the separation of Warner from its cable TV business, Discovery Global, which includes Discovery Networks, CNN, TNT, and others. In release Friday morning, Netflix says it will maintain Warner Bros., currently operating and building on its strengths. But questions are already swirling about what this deal means for two of the biggest names in Hollywood, and all the shows and films they produce that fans have come to love so dearly. Well, not lately. Again, yeah, I know I'm yelling at clouds. The deal is also not a sure thing. All corporate acquisitions like this are subject to regulatory approval by the federal government. Wow. So I guess the government could like swoop in and say no. You can't monopolize all the entertainment. Which, I don't know about this. I don't know. I don't really like how everything is just being owned by 5 corporations. It's like that's kind of also what's breeding this this modern day lack of quality. I think it's the lack of competition. And yeah, here's everything you need to know about the major merger, including how it could affect what you log in to watch on your TV every night. Watch it here. No, that's an advertisement. Will anything change right away because Netflix is buying Warner Bros.? Immediately, consumers won't see any effects. The deal is not yet approved by regulators. More on that below. Netflix predicts that the transaction will go through in 12 to 18 months. So they didn't exactly buy it yet. It's sort of just they won the bid. So the money hasn't changed hands yet, so I guess something could happen. Like again, like the government could come in and say no. Which, yeah, I don't know. Maybe because I heard about I think Zaslav wanted to sell it off. Hearing things about Zaslav trying to sell off Warner Bros. For a while now. Which I don't know. Why can't Warner Brothers just be its own thing? Why do they have to sell it in the first place? Like, is it because it wasn't profitable? Because there's ways of turning that around. Well, will Warner Bros. Movies still be released in theaters? It's an announcement of oh, and yeah, that's another thing. The Batman 2. Is that going to affect the Batman 2? Or and James Gunn and his Superman series. Or I guess no, the Supergirl movie is coming out next. His whole universe, the Gunverse. What's that going to happen? What's going to happen with that? Like, is Gunn still in? Because I guess they could, like, if they wanted to, they could get rid of James Gunn. Like, they just have to pay out his contract. But again, like, do we really want another reboot of Superman? And again, it's done by Netflix, which again, not a good track record. So I don't know how. I don't know. I doesn't. This does not bode well for the future of DC. Is what I'm getting at. Because it's just corporations buying corporations. They don't care at all about art. They don't care all about making a good product. It's like buying sheep for the slaughter. So, there it is. Warner Brothers. What else is happening with it? Even Netflix keeps releasing Warner films in theaters. The schedule may not be exactly the same the way it is now. In a call with media analysts after the deal was announced, Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos said, "I think the window will evolve to be much more consumer friendly." I doubt that. But it's when is the anything they've made been consumer friendly? To be able to meet the audience where they are quicker, they are in quicker. Those words aren't placating worried members of the industry, particularly theater owners who rely on theatrical releases and long windows to maintain their business and get audiences to the cinema. And just more and more. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I don't really see this as a good thing. It's just more companies eating other companies. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna produce anything of any substance. It's not if they're not gonna produce anything for the fans. It's just just more cranking out more product. Get excited for next product. Oh, there you go. Well, there you have it. Let's see. Oh, and yes, the Game Awards. They are coming out what on the 17th? When is the Game Awards coming out? On the 11th. All right. Well, I don't know. I've never really been a fan of the Game Awards anyway. Because again, like it's always been just some sort of it's always just been some kind of advertising venue, and the awards don't really matter. But maybe it'll be different this year. Probably not. Well, anyway, I don't know what do we got. Who's nominated for Game of the Year? Claire Obscura, of course. Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach. Donkey Kong Bonanza. No, I haven't played that. I haven't bought a Switch 2, and I don't plan to. I really don't like what Nintendo's doing with their hardware and software and customer relations and with this trying to sue everybody and yeah. Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I haven't played any of these games. Kind of had no interest. Like I'm not really a side scroller kind of guy, so I haven't played that. In Hades, not really interested in these, and yeah. But what Claire Obscura? I'm hearing a lot of good stuff about Claire Obscura and Hollow Knight. Not really with Kingdom Come or Death Stranding. Oh, Donkey Kong. That I have heard. I have heard good things about. So, I don't know. What's your prediction? I'm gonna say Claire Obscura because I think people. I've seen that the most being played. What else we got? Awards for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Wouldn't that just be best video game? But all right, whatever. So, like, can you wait? What's the last? It was called Game of the Year. Wait, so could you like not win Game of the Year, but win best game direction? Like you have like the best creative vision, you were the most innovative, you had the best game direction and you have the best design, but you don't win Game of the Year. How does that work? Okay. Again, Clear Obscura, Forest of Stranding, Ghost of Yotai? Okay. Again, not really hearing good stuff about Ghost of Yotai. Split Fiction, Split Fiction seems to be split. Because, like, I hear good things and bad things. Again, Hades 2. Again, I never played any of these. I just had no interest in, like, any, I guess, modern day stuff. Maybe that's just me, but whatever. Best narrative. Same ones. Kingdom Come Deliverance. It had the best narrative, but not the best direction or game design. Silent Hill F. Well, from what I heard, it seems to be Silent Hill F. From what I heard about it, it seems like it's a bad Silent Hill game, but a good horror game. Like, if it wasn't called Silent Hill, it probably would have been better received. Yeah. Best art direction. Wait, didn't... Is the... What was like the best... What was that? Best game direction. I guess like creative vision, all that. Isn't this just sort of like overlapping stuff? Because again, everything is it again. It seems to like be like these categories are sort of like the same thing but said differently. What's that called? Palindrome? No, it's not a palindrome. It's the same thing but worded differently. What do you call that? Best score in music. Okay, that's different. That's a separate thing. Hollow Knight again. Clear Obscura again. Again, I haven't really heard music from these except for the Clear Obscura that you can like hear that one song pretty much everywhere, but everything else, okay. Yeah, I'm sure. But I'm sure these are all good games in their own rights. Like I'm just not really interested in the new stuff because the new stuff does not seem appealing or well done. I don't know, maybe I'm just that old. Battlefield 6. Yeah, I heard good things about Battlefield 6. For best audio design? Well, it has like the best gunshots and explosions, I guess. Battlefield 6. Yeah, but this Clear Obscura, what they have like other stuff like magic sounds and things like that. Well, I don't know. I guess yeah. This has like the better. They recorded a gunshot better than the other shooter games did. So yeah. And Silent Hill, if I can see like the horror game having sound design because like you have to make like monster noises and stuff and it has to be like scary and atmospheric, so we can definitely see that being in this category. And I guess Ghost of Yotai is, well, it's not really, I don't know what, that's like a samurai game. It's not really, what would I say, don't really need to get too creative with that. You just need like record swords whooshing through the air and stuff. That's trying to, I guess you do. Well, whatever. I don't know. I'm no sound designist. So what do I know? Maybe it is much harder than it seems, which I'm sure it is. Best performance. Okay. Now that's more substantive. From what's this? Ben Starr, Charlie Cox. Oh, he was from Daredevil. Erika Ishii, Jennifer English, Konatsu Kato, slide from Silent. Troy Baker. Of course, Troy Baker has to be up there. For Indiana Jones, in the Great Circle. I don't know. Again, not hearing good things about Indiana Jones, but whatever. Nah. Okay, I don't know. None of these really stand out to me. Whatever. Innovation in accessibility. But it's you can buy it easier. I guess this is innovation in how to buy games. Oh, they're microtransactions. Yeah, the least or the best buying of microtransactions. What I don't want to say. Recognizing software and hardware, but the media for as a feature. Oh, that's like putting accessibility features or difficulty settings in their game. Assassin's Creed, really? Whatever. Okay. Sounds like a made-up category. Oh god. Talk about a made-up category. Best ongoing. Oh, this is kind of a cheap one. Because like, yeah, these are all games that came out years ago, but like these games all came out years ago, but I guess because they keep adding to it, they should get awards for that. Which I don't know about that. For outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Nah. No, I think you should, like, you had your chance, you made it or you blew it, and that's it. No Man's Sky, ugh. Talk about make it or blew it. Yeah, they still, I don't know, it's still, I wish this was the game that they promised us all those years ago, but it still isn't quite there. Still seems very incredibly shallow, even for like all the stuff they put into it. But, oh, and Helldivers 2. Yeah, remember when they shot themselves in the foot with that requiring PlayStation fiasco they did? The requiring PlayStation accounts fiasco, which locked out people from 200 countries. Or what was it? I don't know, it was like a ton of countries that you couldn't get a PlayStation account in. It's ongoing. Fortnite. Okay, enough with the Fortnite. It's had its day. Like this Final Fantasy 13. No, Final Fantasy 15. Ongoing? I haven't. What is ongoing about Final Fantasy 15? No, VI 14. No, yes, IV, yeah. No, the I before the V, like V is a 5, so one I before the V, that makes it a 4. So it's XIV, which is X meaning 10, so it's 14. It's okay. But again, it's had its day. Enough already. Give someone else a chance. Best community support. No, come on. Baldur's Gate 3 support? What do you mean support? Baldur's Gate is single player. Why do you need support in a single player game? Alright, well, support Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite. I don't know how their support is. This independent game? Okay. Now we got something of substance here. Absolutely, never heard of this. BLX Pit, never heard of that. Blueprints, heard of that. Never played it. Obscure Hades 2, yeah, I don't know. Best debut? Best debut? For the best debut game created by a new independent. What do you mean debut? Like the best release? It was released the best? It was played by people the best? Oh, Dispatch, yeah. I hear people like Dispatch. Not too interested. Oh yeah, it's one of those choose your adventure games, or it's one of those you click on the next text game. You don't actually play it. I know, wait, there are some sections that you. So I guess there's like puzzles in some sections, but never. And it's a famous game now. Best mobile game? No. No mobile games. That should not be a category. the best mobile game is the game that doesn't force microtransactions and paywalls and huge time, uh, giving you huge waiting time and all that. The best VR, AR, VR. Does anybody care about VR still? I feel like that fad has kind of come and gone. Uh, Marvel's Deadpool VR. Because VR games aren't really that big either. I guess it just takes too much memory. Whatever. Best action game. Again, haven't played any of these. Doom: The Dark Ages. Really? I heard that wasn't very good either. Action adventure. Yeah, what I expected, of course. You know what? Yeah, here we go. Best RPG. Outer Worlds 2. Avowed. Are you kidding? Avowed? No, come on. Who got bribed to put this on there? No. Monster Hunter Wilds. That was kind of a letdown. That wasn't very good. Outer Worlds 2. Yeah, it's kind of the same as Outer Worlds 1. Very forgettable. Best fighting game. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. So games that came out previously. The best games. Okay, so a Legacy Collection. So the games that they came out previously. What, did they remaster them or something? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that should count if it's stuff you already did years ago. And I don't know any of these. Best family? Or best family game? For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. Okay. Donkey Kong, yeah. Lego Party. Oh, never played that. Lego Voyagers. Do you get to like, you know, they should make like a Minecraft Lego type game. I don't know why they haven't done that yet. Mario Kart World. Sonic World Craze. Games I don't care about. Split Fiction. Alright. Is that really family friendly? Best Sim and Strategy. Okay, let's see. Final Fantasy Tactics. Wait, Civ 7? Civ 7? Really? Okay, who was bribed? Who was bribed to put this up there? That's a bribed game. No, that was a big flop. That was not a good game. I don't know why they put that up there. Jurassic World Evolution 2. I hear that's good. I want to get it. Whenever it's on sale, I'm gonna get it, but nah. I hope it's better than the first two. It's like the first two, I wouldn't say they were bad, but they were kind of limited. There was very little in it. Like the dinosaurs, they did pretty well, but the park building part was... they could have done more, but they didn't. So I hope we can do more park building in this one. And Tempest Rising, never heard of it. The Altars, never heard of that. Best Sim Strategy? 2 Point Museum. I think I saw an ad for that. But... yeah, these games... yeah, no, that should not be up there. Come on. Best Sports Racing. Who cares? Whatever. Well, sports fans cares. That's who. Mario Kart World. Sports. No. They should not have anything from EA on there. There should be like an EA boycott. Until they improve their business practices. And yeah, sports games. Yes, multiplayer. Yeah. Let's see. Arc Raiders. Okay, Battlefield 6. Elden Ring, Night Rain. Again, game which has had its day already. Peak. You know what? I'm seeing tons of people playing this Peak. I don't know. Looks might be more fun to play than to watch. Well, if I had friends, I might play it. But yeah, right. Split Fiction. Was that this year? How old is that game? Is that really just did it come out this year? Could have sworn I saw people playing it last year or years ago, but I don't know, maybe it's or whatever. Best adaptation? A Minecraft. Oh. No, Minecraft. No, I don't. Not best adaptation into a movie. I guess. What did it say? Recognizing the outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts the video game to another entertainment medium. What? No. Yeah, that's definitely not Minecraft movie. Definitely not Devil May Cry. I did not see Splinter Cell. Definitely not Last of Us. Definitely not Until Dawn. Or is it? Are these just there because are these just in the running because they're the only adaptations? I don't really hear about too many adaptations of video games to movies anymore. For the Minecraft movie, okay, out of all of these, because I never seen Splinter Cell, but out of all of these, I would probably say Minecraft would probably be the best, even though it wasn't, or no, the least worst. Even though it wasn't, it could have been better, but I don't know, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Most anticipated game. What? Anticipated? So the most game that people are looking forward to? What? The game that is most being worked on right now. Recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably illustrated potential to push the game medium forward. Why are you giving an award out for that? What? The most I promise to be good kind of award. Well, what happens if they're bad? What happens if it turns out they're all bad? What do you do then? Do you rescind the award? Percent for Slight, that does not look very good. Grand Theft Auto 5-6, that's just Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 6, that's just Grand Theft Auto again. Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil, Requiem, tired of Resident Evil. The Witcher 4, no. And Comic Creator of the Year, finally people I don't. Oh, Miko is there. Kai Sinet. Good. I don't know who that guy is. I heard of this guy. Everyone knows who this guy is. Everyone. This is a VTuber. Burnt Bayonet. Okay. Content created the really? So I guess these are all just people with millions of subscriptions that nobody's ever heard of. Except I guess I've heard of Kai Sinet. I've heard the name being mentioned. This guy, I have no idea who this guy is. And of course, yeah, who doesn't know Moist Critical? Who doesn't? I don't know what the heck this thing is. Best esports game. Ugh. Mobile Legends. I don't know what to say to that. It's best esports athlete. I think it's a maybe a bridge too far to call these people athletes, unless they're actually athletic in real life. I don't know. I don't think you can call something you do sitting in a chair athletic. Or, well, I suppose it's just a term. All right, best esports team again. Never heard of these people. I'm not an esports guy, so whatever. Player's choice. Huh? 3 rounds each. Oh. Well, there you have it. All the nominees. 2025 Gamer Video Game Awards. And there you go. Well, I guess that's all I got. Those clouds were properly yelled at today. All right. Well, I guess thanks for joining me. If you joined me, thanks for viewing. If you viewed, I appreciate maybe a thumbs up, a like, and a comment, and a subscription. If you enjoyed my content of me sitting in a chair reading articles and complaining about stuff. If you enjoy that, give me a subscribe, give me a subscribe or a like or comment, even a comment. Even you just want to, and any kind of criticism, I'll take criticism. I like criticism. I want to know. I want to know how to improve. So yeah. Anyway, yes. So yeah. Thank you all.